The defensive line, there's been obviously a lot of injuries on that front for you, and you mentioned the training room. What is the current status for you and your line mates going into this weekend, best you can reveal and tell me here?
Yeah, I mean, the last couple games, you've seen what our D-line has been able to do. We've still been able to get after the pass rusher, get after the quarterback. Trey Henderson has seamlessly transitioned into a starter. And I think he's been rushing really well. He's probably got more pressures than, sacks, and he's still irritated about. But at the end of the day, you love to see the way he's rushing off that edge. There's not really a drop-off. And you talk about what Mario Edwards has been capable of doing in terms of rotating in and playing. It's just this entire season, he's just been growing and maturing. So you're seeing, the culmination of these two players really fill in that opposite end role.
Well, you also lost Rankins and Davenport in that 49ers game that left the 49ers also for the next week when they were playing Atlanta without 7 defensive starters. What in the world was going on in that game in terms of the physical nature? Where does that rank for you in that game, Cameron?
Yeah, I mean, it's up there. You talk about the toll it took on both teams. At the end of the day, that was games ago. I almost can't even say, exactly what happened. We do know, the next game we were down a DB. Then the next game we were down another DB. And yet, we're still finding ways to win. So, you know what it is? It's the NFL season. It's 16 games, and you have to have that next man up mentality.
Well, I mean, Cameron Jordan here for the New Orleans Saints on the Rich Eisen show. Nobody and no team really can state that with such confidence like the Saints and you with Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, the fact that you have 13 wins going into this weekend, 5 of them were when Breeze went down. I'm wondering what you could state about the importance of what Teddy did for your team as you move forward here.
Yeah, I mean, he sort of got thrown into the mix in that Rams game early on. But then, of course, that next week, you bounce back in Seattle. We go to Seattle immediately from L.A. to Seattle, and we bond as a team. We bring it, that closeness, that close, tight-knit feel of a brotherhood, and, put our backs against the wall and just realize, we're all we got. And nobody really cares about, if one of our best players goes down, one of our leaders goes down. It's all about, the wins at the end of the day. And you got Teddy who came in, formed into his game plan and really took over at helm and we made a heck of a run. Then Drew comes back, of course, and everything as it is. We sit at 13-3. So what Teddy did was be an ultimate pro. Know exactly what we have. It's not like, we had somebody who wasn't reliable. This is, Teddy Bridgewater, somebody who had been a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.